Bank.com. Member FDIC.
Comedian Pete Lee, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, there we go.
Pete Lee, tall, dark, and pleasant.
Tall, dark, and pleasant. I've been joking around with my friends. I'm like, move over, Ray Donovan. There's a new bad guy on Showtime.
There is.
Hey, look, comedian Pete Lee, welcome. It's Bill and Jessica, Power 1017 in Ocean City, Maryland. How's everything going?
Everything is so awesome. I'm so excited. I have this new Showtime special coming out. I'm newly single.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute.
Really?
Yeah, boom. But by the way, it's never good to be pleasant as a guy. You know, like no woman looks across the bar and goes, "Oh man, he looks pleasant."
Right.
I bet he would be pleasant all night long.
Pleasant.
You know,
Pleasant. Jess, have you ever met a guy and said that he was pleasant?
No, I have not.
Okay, all right.
No.
Well, you got a point there, Pete.
Yeah, that's like a woman looking across the bar going, "Man, he looks reliable."
Well, when you are dating and you are, playing the field, there always is the old reliable.
Right.
The old reliable who always comes back, who you can always call, right?
Oh yeah, and I'm at the point of singlehood that I don't even have that in my I guess they call it a roster. My roster is empty right now. I'm basically an expansion team. That's what I am.
Right.
At the moment.
Well,
So
look, Pete Lee's got his 1 hour stand-up special, Tall, Dark, and Pleasant, Showtime. Let me ask you this. You were on Jimmy Fallon for the first time. When was the first time? Because you've been on there 5 times, but when did you first go on the Jimmy Fallon show?
The first time that I went on there was Cinco de Mayo of 2017, and
Okay.
I got on there because one of my friends told me to read the book The Secret, where you like words become things and you manifest your own destiny. And so I was lazy, and instead of reading the book, I watched the documentary on YouTube.
Of course, like we all do.
Like we all do. So there's this part of it where there's this really cheesy part where it goes, "Now is the time where you pause this program and you wish for something unreasonable." And I knew that Jimmy Fallon lived sort of near this comedy club in New York City called The Stand. And so I was like, you know what? I think the only way I can get on the Tonight Show is if Jimmy comes in and sees me personally. And then, he invites me on the Tonight Show. And if I want to be unreasonable, I'm going to wish for a standing ovation. So the next thing I know, I'm at the Stand, and I'm drinking a whiskey at the bar, and because I have anxiety, and that's my medicine. And
Okay.
The manager of the club, he walks by me, and he has a look on his face like, "You don't know who's behind me." And then the next person to walk by me was like, "Hey, Pete, it's Jimmy. I know Dave, the manager of the place. So, he told me that I might like you, and I should come by because I just live around the corner." And the first thing I said,
that is,
Jimmy
hold
Fallon was
on,
like,
I'm sorry not to cut you off, but that is a great impression.
oh, thank you. Yeah, all you got to do a Jimmy Fallon impression is just be a little out of breath.
Yeah.
Do your normal voice, and then you're like, "Oh, yeah, hey, I was just on the treadmill, and now I'm really excited about this."
Right.
That's how you do a Jimmy Fallon. But so Jimmy Fallon was like, "Yeah, Pete, I'm super excited to see you." And the first thing that I said to Jimmy Fallon is I go, "Oh my God, The Secret is real." And he's like, "Well, I don't really know what that means, but I'm excited to see your show." And so we go downstairs to the comedy club. He's in the crowd. Everybody in the crowd's acting too cool for school. Like they don't want to acknowledge that he's there. Celebrities in the audience. So I tell this joke where I say, I never want to offend anyone. Like the other day, this guy sneezed. I wanted to say bless you, but instead I go, happy holidays. And Jimmy Fallon stands up and he goes, yes. He goes, I love this guy. And,
really? He really does that?
Yeah, he did
wow.
that. He stood up and he goes, yes. He goes, I love this guy. And I go, I wanted to riff with him. I go, thank you, sir, or Jimmy. I don't know what I can call you. And then he goes, he's like, man, I love you. And I go, I wanted to say I love your version of the Tonight Show, but instead I go, I love your impulse control. And the whole crowd went nuts. and then he loved that I did that. And afterwards, he invited me on the show. I went on the show, and I got a standing ovation, which I didn't realize was the first standing ovation of his Tonight Show.
Right.
So yeah, I thought there was a sign above me that said, "Stand up, please." And,
right. You know, they have the applause sign, so they have to
Yeah.
stand up.
That's what I thought they had. And also on the show that night was Brazilian supermodel Gisele Bundchen, Mrs. Tom Brady. And so she was watching my set from the back of the room. She like ran down the stairs.
What?
And she met me in the hallway, and we ran towards each other. Like it was like one of those slow motion shots in like a sorority
Oh
movie.
my goodness.
Yes. I get lost in your eyes.
Yeah, it was amazing. We held hands and jumped up and down and said, "Yay!"
Shut
And I
up.
just was like,
No
This
way.
is a true moment. This is a true moment. There was a photographer that captured that moment, and I was like, I'm so glad that he did, because nobody would ever believe this otherwise.
Oh my
but, yeah,
God.
Hey, I still don't believe it. I need to see pics.
All right. Picture it didn't happen, bro.
But look, that whole story that you just told, that is just so incredible. I mean, like how that whole thing happened, from you reading the book, The Secret, to Jimmy Fallon walking behind the club owner, to then inviting you to come on the show. I mean,
It is. It's amazing.
That's incredible. So, like, part of me is like,
Yeah.
wow, that's amazing. The other part of me is like, how long did it take you to come up with that one?
Yeah, right. Right? You can't even write something like that, you know. And now I'm lucky. So I just went through this breakup, and my friends were like, "Aren't you sad?" And I was like, "No, I live in a house by the ocean in LA. I'm single, and I have a Showtime special coming out this Friday. Are you kidding me? This is great." And my ex and I get along. Like, people, they'll say this to me. They'll be like, "What happened? Like something must have been bad." And I'm like, "I'll tell you what happened. We lived in a confined space during a global pandemic, and it turns out that I'm a lot.
You're a lot, huh?
I'm a lot. I was an unemployed comedian, and she was working her tail off, and she'd get like a 3-minute break to go into the kitchen and eat a bite of a bagel, and I'd be like, "Do you want to hear a joke?"
Yeah.
That's
Well, look.
not an aphrodisiac.
Again, you're getting ready to make your 5th appearance on the Tonight Show. Jimmy Fallon is one of my faves. Tonight Show host, comedian. I mean, he's great. We love him here on the show. He's one of my personal faves. So congratulations on all that success and everything. And of course, you got your first 1-hour stand-up special, Tall, Dark, and Pleasant, on Showtime. Make sure to check it out. What else is going on with Pete Lee? Are you back like in the clubs and stuff? Are you going back doing shows?
Yeah, fully on tour. I'm back and waxed, and I'm out on tour. And it's absolutely. I don't know if you felt overwhelmed by being around so many people, but my shows have been pretty packed lately.
Yeah,
brag. And my shows have been, and I was so lonely in COVID that at one point my Bluetooth speaker was like ready to connect, and I was like, me too. I want to connect so badly.
Yeah. Well, look, we're looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully, you'll be able to come, around this area, Maryland, Delaware, whatever. But Pete, if people want to follow you, want to look you up, how can they do that?
They can go to my website, PeteLee.net, for tour dates, and then they can also follow me on social media at Pete Lee. It's PETELEE times 3.
Okay.
I always say that I'm like the Beetlejuice of friendliness. If you say my name 3 times in a row, I'm like, sure, I'll stay at the house.
Yes, I got to get you on my show. I want you on my show.
Pete Lee.
I want you to come back 5 times like that you do on Jimmy Fallon, just FYI.
Yes. I can't wait to come back in the studio once we're not afraid of COVID Delta or COVID United.
Hey,
or
you get the vaccine,
COVID
you're
Sun
good.
Country. I don't know what it's called.
Get the vaccine, you're welcome all day. All day. Hey, appreciate you, Pete. You have a great day, my man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on.
Have a good one.
You.
Power 1017.